Hey guys, Nando here. I wanted to take a moment before the start of the show and have you like and subscribe to our channel. If you're watching us on YouTube, click on the subscribe button and ring the bell to keep up with the latest videos and catch show early releases. Leave a comment and let us know what you think about the show. If you're watching us on Facebook, please like and share the page and don't forget to leave a comment there as well.
Nando, did you lock me out?
Nope, must be stuck. Okay. Guys, I don't know how long that's going to hold, so don't forget to subscribe. It's very important, and don't forget to tell your friends and fellow filmmakers. Hi. I forgot the second door.
You forgot the second door.
Okay, Jerry, just roll the episode.
Welcome filmmakers, fans, and friends to Indie Cinema Showcase, your #1 source for filmmaking, conventions, and everything in between. I'm Christina Carmona.
And I'm Nando Luis Roman. Together we'll be bringing you the best and brightest that Florida has to offer.
In today's episode, we'll be speaking with Janice Fisher and checking out the film Obsession.
We'll also take you on some of our past events and then hang out with Tim Anderson to see what films we should see before we die.
All right, let's get things started with our Show Us Your Shorts film, Obsession, directed by Darwin and Gerald Godbout. I know him.
Never heard of him.
Oh, you're finally up.
Lucas,
How you feeling?
what's going on?
Oh, don't worry, the grogginess will wear off.
Where am I? How did I get here? Get me out of this.
It's been real gloomy all day. You know what they say. April showers brings May flowers.
What are you talking about, Lucas? Why am I here?
Mandy, I'm sorry, but you can't leave.
What? Why not?
Because I'm gonna be taking care of you from now on.
What do you mean? Please, just untie me.
You'll be safe here with me.
This is some sort of joke. It's not funny.
I'm not laughing. I brought you here to protect you. From him. You're really a great person. But him? I've heard everything during this last time. The way he treats you. The way he hits you. That bastard Rick doesn't deserve you. I've seen the stress on your face as you come home from work. You try to hide it from me. not anymore. You finally started to leave him and quit your job, and now you and I can finally be happy together. See, we deserve each other. Both lost souls finally found.
Lucas, listen. You've been a great neighbor, and you're right. I've turned over a new leaf, so no one's gonna hurt me. No one's gonna hurt me again. I've got it all figured out, and I swear no one's gonna take advantage of me ever again. So please, just let me go, and then we can go.
No! No! No, 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 no! I know change takes time! I need to be absolutely sure that you'll be okay. You'll stay right here until I can be sure that you'll be safe and you and I can finally be happy together. That's all that matters. Happiness.
You want to keep me safe, to keep me happy. Why do you have a scalpel? Lucas!
It was to make sure you stay safe. But you know something? I just realized I can't keep you safe forever. No matter what happens, it can't last. Can't it?
What are you talking about, Lucas?
Isn't it obvious, Mandy? Someone can come along and snatch you up, use you again. What if they come looking for you? Or worse, you may decide to leave me one day. There's no easy answer. But there is a way that we both can escape them together. You just have to be brave and trust me.
I'll be brave if you just set me free, please. We can go eat and just talk. And I won't call the cops, and we forget this ever happened.
We can talk.
We're friends. We're friends, Lucas. Please, remember. Please.
We can talk. Once we get to where we are going.
No, please don't. Don't. No, don't.
It won't hurt.
No.
I'll be quick.
No!
At the age of 17, our next guest got signed to a modeling contract and traveled all of Europe appearing in printed ads and television. After settling down and having a family, she knew her career wasn't over. She started acting classes and going to auditions to get into films. For today's Industry Insight, we sit down with Janice Fisher.
Joining us in the studio today is actress Janice Fisher. Janice, thank you so much for joining me today. Joining Nando and I, not just me.
Thank you for having me. It's
Cool,
good to see
thanks
you.
for acknowledging me. I'm here too.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me.
Welcome.
Of course. Now, tell us, how did you get started? You have a lengthy resume.
So I grew up in a very small town in Youngstown, Ohio, and I got scouted to go to Europe to model in my teens. I was like 17 when I first got scouted. Went to Europe when I was 18. I still can't believe my mom let me go.
Right.
I was in Europe for about 4 years. I was in Athens, Greece. I was in Barcelona. I was in Madrid, Milan, London. Traveled extensively. And so when you go over there to model, you also audition for TV commercials. Like I just went over there to get tear sheets
Right.
for modeling, because then you come back to the States and, you know, with the portfolio that is worth a lot.
Right.
So I fell into doing TV commercials, and in Greece, I think I did over 50 commercials like that. And, you know, they give you the script, and I worked with somebody because I didn't speak Greek when
That's
I
what
went
I
over
was
there.
gonna ask. Did you have to
No,
actually learn
no,
Greek,
and I
or-
still remember some of the Greek. That, like, one of the commercials, "Ine apanastasi tamono punio."
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, I did everything from like baby diapers to tampons to baby formula. I mean, you name it. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
I remember and I was like 18, 19, and I remember showing up to set one time, and the boy that they had playing my son was 12, and I walked in, and the director goes, "Where's the mother?"
Right.
And they're like, "She's playing the mother," and they just made me up, and I just came off older on doing
that
those
was it.
commercials. Yeah, so I did a ton of TV commercials. I didn't have formal acting training. And then I came back to the States, and I went to LA, and I was with LA Models and Talent. But I kept getting these great print jobs.
Right.
And so I love acting, but to me, so modeling to me is acting without words.
Yeah.
Because you still have to have something there.
Right.
There has to be
100%.
something through the eyes, but they're completely different. And I know a lot of models have a hard time transitioning over to acting, because with modeling, your awareness is completely to that camera.
Right.
Right.
You are that camera, you always know where the camera is.
Mhm.
And with acting, the camera doesn't
It
exist.
doesn't
It doesn't
exist.
exist at all.
It does
Yeah.
not exist.
Everything but the camera.
Exactly.
Right.
So then when I was in LA, I hated traffic. Oh my gosh, I hated traffic.
The
Yeah.
traffic there is horrible.
It'll make you cry.
It was
Made me cry.
It was
Yeah.
it was bad. But then I would get a great contract. I ended up going to Osaka for 3 months. And then I ended up going to Taipei, Taiwan for another 3 months. And then I went to Australia for a month with Hawaiian Tropic. It was like I kept getting these great gigs.
Yeah.
And it was like I wasn't really in one place to really take the formal acting classes.
Right.
And then I was also in Montreal and Toronto modeling,
Right.
great
Wow.
gigs. And then I ended up back in Cleveland, Ohio. And I met my former husband, and I had 2 amazing children. And I still worked out of Cleveland with like commercial stuff, and like I've worked for JCPenney's, with Dick's Sporting Goods. I mean, I have a ton of catalog stuff that I've done.
Now, how did you end up making the transition from Pittsburgh all the way to Orlando? Like, what brought you here?
Well, I worked between Cleveland and
Oh.
Pittsburgh. We would bring the kids down to Orlando all the time, and we just got sick of the weather. And so we came down here in the summer of 2013.
Okay.
We moved down to Orlando. And then once I was in one place and my kids are, got to be a little bit older, I'm like, I really want to take formal acting training. And that's what I did. And what's crazy is that, and I'm not kidding, in 2015, I could not speak in front of people. I was also in a very abusive marriage. And I was completely shut down. Like, I remember when I started taking classes, like I couldn't speak in front of people.
Right.
It was like, I went to Artsake with Yvonne Saher, and unfortunately Yvonne.
Yeah.
We're Artsake alumni as well.
Yeah.
So
I mean, she did so much for me. I can't even tell you. She broke down those walls and really just got me to stand on my 2 feet. And I love her. I love her for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really, really inspiring. And now
Yeah.
that you're in acting, you've modeled, you've done TV, what's your favorite?
You know, every role has been my favorite. Like, I love, like,
that.
every,
Love that.
like, there's not a role that I haven't done. Even, you know, so when I first made the commitment, like, Yvonne is like, go to Full Sail, go jump in and do all those as much as you can. And I did. I mean, since 2015 now, I've done well over 100 short films. And it's every single time it just helps. It
Right.
gets you more and more comfortable. I still take acting classes. I take once a week with Russ Blackwell, who's amazing. And right now we're doing we're doing Zoom training. It's so good.
that's good. I mean, you should always this is one of those career fields that if you feel like you've reached the pinnacle, you have to continue
When
to
you
always make yourself
stop
better.
learning, you
Right.
stop living.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
100%. I love that.
Yeah. So, are there any particular like roles or goals that you like are wanting? Like, there's that role out there that there's always that one role that we always wanted like try and get to. Is that? Do you have? Is
See,
there
I
something like that for
love
you?
emotional roles. I love going really, really deep. Like, I worked with Jerry on one Obsession, and
Yes.
I love that role. It was great. I mean, and I'll do, like, for a role, I just want to, I just want to give 1,000%. It's like, I had to be tied up, and they're like, they were trying to be nice. Oh, we'll fake tie. No, I really want to be immersed in it. I mean, we were hot and sweaty, and it was, but I had to do justice to that.
Right,
role.
because I mean, if you're not feeling it, how's anybody else supposed to, right? So, like,
Absolutely.
as an actor.
And I think that's one of those key things, like Artsake. You know, as Artsake alumni, like we all know that we need to bring a part of ourselves into the character.
Right.
So if you're
Absolutely.
feeling it, the character has to be feeling it. You know?
Well, and I know when something feels organic.
Right.
And
Exactly.
when it's like, I just feel it.
Right. Now, for anybody wanting to start in the acting, what do you recommend for them? What is your advice for anybody starting? I know yours was a little unconventional
Right,
because you were able to do so much without like the formal training.
Yeah.
Do you recommend everybody
Well,
start with that?
No, I mean, I kind of just fell into like the TV commercials
Right.
and stuff like that. But to do like real roles and things like that, 100%. So I'll never forget, I was in Barcelona and they were filming a series called Dark Justice. And it came down to me and Carrie Ann Moss for the role of the secretary of the judge.
Right.
And she had formal acting training and I didn't. But I still remember auditioning for that role. It was amazing. And so I highly recommend training 100% because it just gives you have access to so many more tools. And I also say live life. Like expose yourself to so many things. Get involved.
Agreed.
Get
Yeah.
involved. Like
Yeah.
it's living life. It's I mean, I had the wonderful experience of travel and being able to meet so many different people, and I wasn't living in a bubble. Like, again, I grew up in Youngstown, a very small town, and I love coming from a small town, but still it was like to have that experience of travel it just opens up your eyes.
I agree.
to so much
100%.
more.
Yeah. Like I'm the same way. It's like I grew up in Germany most of my life. Like a military child. My father was in the military, so I grew up in Germany, and I traveled Spain, France, Greece, Italy, all those places. And seeing and experiencing all these different cultures made me see the world very differently than it would have been if I would just been raised in one town.
Absolutely.
So I think the fact that you draw from those experiences is fantastic because it does really open up a very wide range of emotions that you can actually draw from.
100%. 100%.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank
Super
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure having you on the show. It's great
Thank
talking to you.
you.
So.
Yeah. Awesome stuff.
Thanks.
Yeah. If you would like to be a guest, have something to promote, or have your film featured on the show, visit us at indiecinemashowcase.com. Watch past episodes and help support the show by buying some merch at our online stores.
Follow us on our socials, Facebook at ICSTV and on Instagram at ICSTV Show. You can also reach out to us by emailing us at icstv@yahoo.com.
I am Janice Fisher, and you're watching Indie Cinema Showcase.
Welcome back, guys, but now we're taking you on location with ICS. In this episode, we visit the Vocational Academy of Makeup and Prosthetics, V.A.M.P.
Hey guys, so I'm here today with Heather Files from V.A.M.P. Heather, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great being here. So tell us a little bit about V.A.M.P. and what you guys do here.
So V.A.M.P. stands for Vocational Academy of Makeup and Prosthetics, and we are a makeup artist career training school. So we offer 2 full-length programs that are going to train people who are interested in doing makeup for a living. We're going to teach them what they need to know to get into the industry. So we start with the basics and we kind of move all the way through to more advanced techniques. We offer a special effects program and we offer a beauty program. So depending on what our incoming students are interested in, they can focus on what their career goals are.
So when it comes to the programs themselves, walk us a little bit through each one of them and what they are all about.
Sure. So our FX program is called Modern Effects Makeup Artistry, and it's going to be 22 weeks long. You are here Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. every day. So it's an 8-hour day, 40-hour week, and we're going to focus on everything from basics out of the kit makeup, so doing things like basic injuries and wounds and burns and bald caps, but we're going to move all the way through to the fabrication side of things as well. So you'll be sculpting your own latex mask, you'll be learning how to make molds, you'll learn how to do life casting and how to create tattoo transfers and prosthetics, how to apply them. So when our students leave, they're really equipped with the ability to work in a shop or be working on set as a makeup artist.
And it's pretty cool. We have some of the latex masks behind us, and I got to tell you, some of these things you don't want to see in your dreams. You don't want to see them in real life. So tell us a little bit about the beauty program itself.
So the beauty program is Beauty Professional Makeup Artistry, and that is a 10-week course. It's 300 hours of training. You're here Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. So it's 6-hour days. And just like with the FX program, we're going to start with the basics and move all the way through to more advanced techniques. So we start with clean beauty, more no makeup, and we move through into glamour makeup. We go through bridal makeup and working the wedding circuit, how to do beauty airbrush makeup. We also move into theatrical makeup. We have a local drag queen come in and they do their makeup for the class, which is always a lot of fun. Everybody enjoys seeing that and trying their hand at drag makeup. And we move into avant-garde. We do high fashion makeup. So we really want to make sure everybody's getting to practice while they're in the program as much as they possibly can.
So when the students actually leave here after they graduate, what do they have with them?
So all of our students are going to leave with that student kit that I mentioned. Obviously, they're going to get to take home all those awesome products for use when they leave here on whatever job may be in their future. And they're also going to graduate with a diploma. So we are licensed by the Department of Education in Florida. So everybody's going to leave with a diploma in makeup artistry. And then they will also have their portfolio of their work. When everybody graduates, we give them all the photos of their projects that they've worked on, especially those test days that we have. We have practical tests where they have to, showcase their work, and maybe it's a foam latex prosthetic like they're doing today, and they will get photos of that so that when they leave, they've got their first, portfolio of makeup that they've done.
That's awesome. It's actually very important because I know a lot of people want to visually see what they can put together. So if people want to find out more information or want to sign up for the programs, where can they go to find out?
So they can always go to our website, which is vampfx.com, and our application's on there, our school catalog's on there, all sorts of good information about our programs, and they should definitely follow us on Instagram. VampFX is our handle. So.
Can you believe that place actually used to be a funeral home?
They had an embalming table.
No, not today. Not over my dead body.
I think that's kind of a requirement. But before then, we should check out what Tim Anderson, who is over at the Enzion Theater, thinks are films we should see before we die. What do you got for us, Tim?
Hey everybody, this is Tim Anderson. I'm the programming coordinator for NZ Theater and the Florida Film Festival and a former host of the Indie Cinema Showcase. I'm very excited to be back here and excited that the team asked me to talk to you guys about films that I think you should see before you die. Not to be morbid or anything. But what I'd love to talk to you guys about today is the methodology behind how I chose these movies, and that is specifically because you as independent filmmakers often have limited resources. And this is a movie that even though its budget was about $750,000, I think, it actually is shocking how little they utilized to pull off the film. So the film is 1997's Cube, directed by Vincenzo Natali, who shot this movie in Canada on a single soundstage, and it is about a group of people who are trapped inside of a prison. They wake up inside of it. It is a single cube that is lit in different colors depending on the room that they are in, and each segment of the movie, the characters travel from one cube to another and encounter different kinds of booby traps. This is a bloody movie. If you like bloody movies, you're gonna love it. If you don't like bloody movies, maybe watch this one with your eyes like a little bit like that. But it's incredible, and the reason why it's incredible is after you watch the movie, I'm going to spoiler it right now and tell you that Natali's production team only built one 14 by 14 by 14 cube, and it only had one working door. So everything you see happening in the movie, all of the transitions, every new cube they go into is exactly the same, only single cube they made. So it's an inspiring movie in that it is a 90-minute film that is enthralling, character interactions are incredible, living and dying by a screenplay that is very, very, very smart, but utilizing the least amount of set almost you could possibly imagine. So I gotta say, check this one out. I want you to walk away from seeing this movie inspired that you do not need to go out and spend tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars to create huge environments for your film to take place in. Just think about the idea of these group of people essentially in a stage play traveling from space to space, but through the magic of movies, they only ever went from one cube to the exact same cube they were always in to begin with, which is almost a metaphor for the film. So hopefully you guys will take some incredible inspiration from that, and if you have not seen Cube, run, do not walk immediately. Check this one out. I think it's definitely a movie to see before you die. So thanks again for joining me. Once again, my name is Tim Anderson. Christina, Nando, back to you.
Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of ICS. We want to thank Janice Fisher for sitting down with us, Heather Files from V.A.M.P, and Tim Anderson for those great movie suggestions.
So I'm making a decree. From here on out, we have to bring an old priest, a young rabbi, and a Buddhist monk. No, wait, that's not right. An old priest and a young priest. Yeah, that's what we're gonna go with. An old priest and a young priest anytime we go to any location that might be potentially haunted.
You're ridiculous. But you know what? I can't even say no to that because you can never be too safe.
You know that's right. Well, we hope you learned something new, saw something that you love, or got inspired to get off your couch and go make a movie of your own. Who knows? It might be good enough for us to screen here at the next Indie Cinema Showcase.
Don't forget to follow us on our socials, Facebook at ICS TV, Instagram at ICS TV Show, and YouTube at Indie Cinema Showcase.
And if you want a chance to have your work, event, convention, or film festival featured on ICS, send us an email at icstv@yahoo.com.
Until then, the set is closed, and as they say in the movie business, that's a wrap.
See you next time. I'm telling you, vampires. They're all vampires.